the Respect the Ranch podcast for October 2012. I'm Scott Bailey. If you're new to our program, Respect the Ranch podcasts are built around a theme and then explore that theme through stories, interviews, and art by RBV staff and students. Our podcast this October focuses on the theme of change. With a brand new principal and a new school year upon us, we thought a few acts built around change might gear us up for the 2012-2013 experience. So our podcast in 3 acts. In Act 1, a prose poem meant to lift your spirit performed by an RBV English teacher. In Act 2, we ask RBV students about positive changes. And Act 3, an interview with the newest RBV principal about education, ponytails, and wrestling. All this to come on our Respect the Ranch podcast celebrating the theme of change for October 2012. Let's get started. Act 1. Amy Bailey has been a counselor and teacher for over 17 years. In honor of the drive and strength it takes to change and grow, she reads Max Ehrmann's prose poem, Desiderata, with musical accompaniment by RBV choir teacher Nick Wheat.
Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. Go placidly amidst the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in this noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its shams, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy.
Ah, the smart and beautiful Amy Bailey, reading Desiderata by Max Ehrmann, with original music accompaniment by our own choir teacher, Nick Wheat. And now Act 2. We wandered the hallways at lunch to ask students and staff what positive changes they had planned for this 2012-2013 school year.
Hi, I'm Allie. One positive change I plan to make this year is to stop holding grudges.
Hi, I'm Lauren. One positive change I plan to make this year is be on time to school.
Hi, my name is Irving, and one positive change I plan to make this year is be positive, get all the people to be positive. I know there's a lot of problems. I can relate to you. I know I'm there for you. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, I'm Imogen. One positive change I plan to make this year is to do my homework straight after school.
Hi, I'm Seisha. One positive change I plan to make this year is studying for every test and quiz.
Hi, I'm Ivy, and one positive change I plan to make this year is to meet new people.
Hold on, I think of something. I don't know what this is.
Hi, I'm Ariana. One positive change I plan to make this year is reading better.
Hi, I'm Sarah. One positive change I plan to make this year is get better grades.
Hi, I'm Christina. One positive change I plan to make this year is improve my writing skills.
Hi, I'm Bailey. One positive change I plan to make this year is to get better grades. Hi, my name is Khalil. One positive change I plan to make this year is I want to make the school a better place.
Hi, I'm Eric. One positive change I plan to make this year is to make the school cleaner.
Hi, I'm James. One positive change I plan to make this year is to do more homework.
Hi, I'm Evan. One positive change I plan to make this year is get all A's.
Hi, I'm Adrian. One positive change I plan to make this year is get better at choreography.
I'm Emma. One positive change I plan to make this year is get good grades and stay positive.
Hi, I'm Declan. One positive change I plan to make this year is to work more for North County Solutions for Change.
Hi, I'm Cynthia. One positive change I plan to make this year is spend more time with my mom.
Hi, I'm Josh. And one positive change I plan to make this year is to interact with people and get to know more people.
Hi, I'm Nick, and one positive change I plan to make this year is to do all my homework and do as best as I can in school so I can go to a really good college.
Hi, I'm Odessa. One positive change I plan to make this year is I want to get good grades.
Hi, my name is Jake, and one positive thing I'd like to change this year is my grades.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. One positive change I plan to make this year is try harder in school and study hard.
Hi, I'm Emily. One positive change I plan to make this year is to become a better musician.
I'm Oliver. One positive change I plan to make this year is become a better person and talk to other people I don't know.
Hi, I'm Olivia. One positive change I plan to make this year is to not procrastinate.
Hi, I'm Nee. One positive change I plan to make this year is to get a good grade.
Hi, I'm Jade. One positive change I plan to make this year is to get an A in my English class.
Hi, my name is Sita Levy. One positive change I can plan to make this year is to do better in school to graduate.
Hi, I'm Sam, and the one positive change I'd like to make this year is to make the school cleaner and have people join more clubs.
RBV students and staff reflecting on the positive changes they have planned for this school year. And now Act 3. No position in education has a more direct impact on the lives of staff and students at a high school than that of a principal. RBV boasts a 25-year history of successful principals, all of whom have made Rancho a remarkable school in their own way. RBV's fourth principal in 25 years is Chuck Schindler, and in this casual conversation from last August, you'll see his deep passion for education and the outdoor world. So I got to tell you that, so we had a pre-interview on Monday for this, right? And because a lot of people are on vacation, I've had 10, 15 conversations asking me what you're like.
That's good. I figured it would be at least that much.
Yeah, right, at the beginning, right. And can I tell you? There is this weird ponytail obsession. Not so much like from staff members, but it's like, what do other people, do you think, what they're going to think about the ponytail? You know, I had told you in our pre-interview, I had a ponytail 3 years ago, right? And I had it for a couple of years. What is it about the ponytail with people? do you have any idea?
I have no idea, other than I had the same reaction at my previous job.
Really?
Previous principal.
Yeah.
It didn't bother anybody after they got to know me and stuff. But
right.
It was always interesting because I did not look like a principal.
You think that's it? Is all the ponytail world is fighting is just a stereotype?
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's what I fight.
Yeah.
I like to not fit the stereotype.
Yeah.
So I don't fit the stereotype of a high school principal.
I guess that makes sense. That's a good thing, though, right?
But I've always fought the stereotypes. Even when I was a teacher, I was the same way.
What do you mean?
Well, ponytail and being different.
So you've had a ponytail for a long time?
Long time.
Oh, okay.
Off and on for a long time. So there's times I get tired of it and cut it and then grow it back again. And I've done that for years and years and years.
You keep going back to it?
Yep, I keep going back to it.
It's like the mafia. Just when you think you're out, they pull you right back in.
Then I do it again.
Yeah.
But, I've gotten now, after so many years in the business and aging, and I just feel I'm at the time that I'm just leaving it.
Yeah. Now you're just eccentric. At a certain age, you're like, I was eccentric. It's done.
It is. That's kind of the way I'm at.
Right. The concrete is cured.
It has cured. It's done. This is me, and it's kind of the way I'm going to go out.
So a couple years ago, the movie that came out last year, maybe the year before, Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Is the big guy with the long blonde hair and the
Yeah.
beard. That's when I had long hair. A kid comes to me and goes, "You look just like Thor, only older and fatter." Like, you're not really supposed to say things like that to people. Like, you keep that kind of thought to yourself.
But that's why they're kids.
Right. No, this is an 18-year-old.
They're still kids.
This is a senior, you're right.
They're still kids.
You're right.
They still say it.
Yeah. My wife once described teenagers as they're almost like dinosaurs. Like really big bodies, but there's some brain development that needs to happen there. And as long as you keep that in
No
mind.
matter how big they are on the inside, they're still a little kid.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
So, and so am I. So, I always tell people, I just never grew up.
Yeah. I hear a lot of good teachers say that too. One of my mentors once told me that teaching, you'll know in the first 5 years, teaching will either make you old really fast.
That's right.
Or it'll keep you young forever.
That's right.
And you can usually
All
tell
how
the
you
ones
look
who are
at
young
it.
at heart.
Yes. And that's why I managed to still be excited about the job. And even though people, say, man, high school principal. And people out in public, when they ask what I do, and I tell them what I do, and they're like, gosh, how do you do it? How do you do that job? That's got to be a tough job. Well, it can be.
Yeah.
It can be a tough job, but it can also be a fun job. So,
There is that kind of reaction from the public, isn't it? Almost like a pity.
Like, it is.
I'm so sorry. Like,
once
no.
Once I tell them, I get a lot of pity.
Right. Which is totally unfair. That's people who are outside the box. I mean, it's a great job. It's not.
Well, that's what I tell them. I
great
say,
job.
I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy being a principal. There are certain parts I do not enjoy, but that just comes with the territory. But my style, which we talked before, my style is to be out of here most of the time on campus where I'm out with kids and in classrooms. That's the part I enjoy.
That gives you the energy.
So I go out with kids, I go to their practices, I go watch what they're doing, I chat with kids, and I get around. That keeps me young, gives me lots of energy.
So I'm sure the cross-country team is looking forward to you training with them.
Yes. Yeah, I told them I'll be out here running.
Will you really? Or are you joking? You're joking, right?
If I have time, I'll go out and run with them.
You're stuck.
I usually get bogged down because I know my last high school, the kids always, come on, Mr. Show, are you going to come run with us? Of course, I always end up getting so swamped. I was like, dang, I should have gone out and run with you guys. Should have done that instead.
Right. You're like, believe me, I would have rather been suffering
That's
and
what I tell them. I would have rather been with you guys running around San Bernardino than what I was doing.
Right. That meeting was horrible.
Yeah. But I just like to get out, and it does. It keeps me energized. It keeps me young to get out there. And like I said, as long as I feel if I'm out there doing right by kids, then I sleep pretty well at night.
Yeah.
So.
And other people in other professions, they don't get that. They don't. When I say get that, I mean they don't understand that.
No.
Right. They think
Well,
it's just this constant, relentless conflict, and it's not. Right.
Well, they do because they have constant, relentless fighting with their own teenager.
Right, and
so when they
teenager.
look at their own teenager and how their hands are full with one, and then I look at them and say, I had 3,000 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
What is it you want me to do?
It is a little counterintuitive, right? That more of them would be better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But the private behavior in families with teenagers is very different than the public behavior.
Been there, done that. But I always laugh when they tell me that because I just kind of laugh and go, yeah, I've been there, done that as a father, and I got 3,000 of them out here on dealing with.
Right.
I don't know how you do it.
Let's talk about family. You have a daughter?
I have a daughter.
How old is she?
She's 28.
And wow, good for her. Where? What she do for a
lives
living?
in Florida and works for SeaWorld in Florida.
Oh wow, great. Was that something she did in high school? Was she always interested?
This is something she's been interested in since she could walk.
Is this like marine biology, or is she interested in sort of the administrative part of SeaWorld?
No, marine biology. She actually she's an aquarist, so she takes care of the sharks, the rays, the fish at one of their specialized water parks.
Wow.
So she scuba dives every day with them and cleans and feeds and does whatever, helps them with whatever medical procedures need to be done.
Sounds like parenting.
Stuff. So, yeah. But she loves it because she gets to be with animals. And
she's always had that interest, huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep. Forever, so.
So what'd you do as a father to help her and to encourage him?
Well, my degree was wildlife biology. So from Humboldt State, same as Marty. Actually, Marty and I graduated at the very exact same time from Humboldt State.
When you say Marty, you mean Marty Nellis,
yeah.
the athletic director here.
Yeah. But yeah, wildlife biology, so I've been outdoors, hiking, animals, wildlife. So she got indoctrinated at a young age.
I think they call it the caste system. She can't get out.
That's right. But fortunately, she loves it. So,
yeah.
So
wow.
she took a great liking to it.
Wow, cool. So a big part of the family there, huh?
Yeah. So
wildlife. Say it again. What
wildlife biology.
Wildlife biology. And you taught science for.
And I taught science. Yeah, math and science for 10 years.
Where'd you teach?
In San Bernardino. Did a year of high school at Cajon High School, and I did almost 9 years teaching middle school. Math and science.
Math and science. And then that's when you moved into administration.
Yeah.
After
then
10
they
years,
dragged me kicking and screaming to the district office to be the administrator coordinator for math and science for the district.
Got it. So you did curriculum and instruction.
Curriculum, instruction, testing, professional development, site support. Supporting.
Now, didn't you tell me, this kind of speaks to your love of teaching, didn't you tell me last time that you taught like a section? You taught a section in the morning?
Yeah, when I was in the district office, I taught first period math at one of the middle schools every morning. So I'd go there first, teach a math class, and then go do district office business here, because I just miss teaching. So I did that for a few years until they had me so swamped at the district I had to stop doing it.
That's too bad.
I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
So I missed it. It was like something I wanted to keep doing, but wasn't necessarily fair to the kids, because I was, I had to miss days due to district meetings or professional development. So I finally had to stop.
Yeah, you want to be fair there.
Yeah, I want to be fair to the kids. It isn't fair to them to have me bopping in and out, for consistency. So I just turned it back over to the regular teacher and bid farewell to that part.
All right. Well, now you're back. Now you're back around kids.
Yep. So did adult teaching during that district time. So.
Oh, you did?
With professional development, so you're working with adults and training adults.
And what do you think is harder, working with adults or teenagers?
Much harder with adults.
Why do you think that
is? Much harder than adults. Than kids. Well, I think because, adult teachers, and I was there, you get set in your ways.
Yeah.
Change is a hard thing. When you're trying to instruct on change, that doesn't go over real easily. So you have to do a lot of work and deal with people's attitudes and perspectives on things, which is difficult with an adult. Whereas kids kind of go along with you. You can kind of get them to, this is what we're going to do. Okay. Here we go.
They're much more adaptable.
They were much more adaptable, much more fun to work with.
There's not too many teachers that I know who would disagree with that.
But then, I left there to go back to a site because I just wanted to be able to where I could work with kids and be at one place and be able to help kids at one site.
So let's see. So what made you choose to go to Humboldt? Well, where were you before Humboldt?
Where? Well,
did you grow up in California?
I grew up in Santa Cruz. Yeah, I'm a native born California.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So actually born in Encino.
I got it.
In L.A.
And then you moved to Santa Cruz?
As a young kid, moved to Santa Cruz. Yeah, so I grew up there on just south of Santa Cruz, a little place called Aptos.
I know Aptos. I lived up on the San Francisco Peninsula for 10 years.
Yeah, so I went to school there all the way through high school and went to junior college there, Cabrillo College, which is in Aptos and has a view of the ocean. And so that's where I went to school. And then from there it was got interested in wildlife, and there's only one school at that time in the state of California with a wildlife program. That was Humboldt.
And I'll tell you, that area of California, too, it makes sense that you're moving into the world of wildlife. And, I mean, it's so lush and green and rich with...
Well, it was a great place to grow up. Of course, it's grown quite a bit now. But when I was a kid, it was... you had a 2-lane highway running through the county north to south, and that was it. Right. So it was a lot of country and a lot of open beaches.
All right, good. So then you went off to Humboldt there, and you got your degree there, and then your teaching credential from the same school?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I actually finished my wildlife degree and went out into the world to find a wildlife job, and unfortunately that coincided with Reagan coming into his first term and the recession that was going on at that time. So a lot of federal workers, which is where we look for work, were actually being let go.
So with the wildlife degree, you're talking national park
National Park,
rangers,
state park ranger, wildlife biologist for the Park Service, the Forest Service,
right.
all those different areas was kind of the prime place to go look. And so at that time, that's when the big crunch hit, and so a lot of those state and federal positions were being eliminated due to the recession at that time. So that kind of put me out there, kind of, okay, now what do I do?
Right.
So from there, then I went back to Humboldt to get my teaching credential.
So did you get the chance to travel much? Did you? I'm thinking about, you visited lots of national parks. I mean, presumably, I'm just guessing. You did the...
Well, you know, in the western part of the U.S. Yeah, all the state parks and national parks and Yellowstone and up into Oregon and Washington, Idaho. I went to the University of Montana in Missoula for a year, too, before I started at Humboldt, because they also had a wildlife biology program. So Montana sounded kind of neat to go to, so off I went and did a year there. Started my wildlife biology program actually there.
Great state, great area.
It's great. Missoula's a beautiful place. Yeah. And it was nice.
So then after Humboldt, you moved down to, San Diego area?
Humboldt, actually, before I did my teacher credential, I moved down to San Diego for about a year. Just kind of worked around regular jobs, just working around looking for stuff. And
what kinds of jobs? What did you do? What kinds of jobs?
I actually worked in a factory that made these little soft hang-up things for kids' rooms. So it made these different designs, like kids and trains, but it was made out of fabric.
It's like a puffy wall hanging, kind of?
Puffy wall hanging.
Okay.
So I worked in the packaging, whatever you want to call it, the department that put all the orders together and shipped them off.
That sounds like...
So I did that out of Chula Vista.
Oh, man. That sounds like a long day. That sounds like a long day.
Wasn't too exciting.
No.
Wasn't much on the brain.
Right. Yeah.
So I did that, and after getting kind of tired of that...
Especially somebody who's used to the outdoors and wildlife.
Yeah,
they're like packed into a factory.
But, you got to find a job.
Right,
Got to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I did that, looking for things more related to what obviously I was interested in. But nothing came up, and my dad was a teacher, and so he's the one that suggested to me, he says, we need math teachers everywhere. Why don't you go get your credential instead? So, what the heck, I got nothing else to do right now.
Right.
So that's when I went back and got my credential.
Wow. And you fell into something you love.
Yeah, then, I didn't, I'll give it a try. Yeah. And then I got hired in San Bernardino, and so I ended up, moving there because they offered me a contract, and so I took it. And then once I got into it and started doing it, I found out, man, I really like this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at this.
Right. But those two things, would you agree that those two things are kind of, it's a symbiotic process, right? I mean,
yes.
Liking something and being good at it, a lot of times those really work together.
It does go together. Yeah, I mean, you guys will see here one of my norms I'll go over with you guys. I only have a few norms, so we work together. But my last norm is always have fun. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, and you're right, most people I know who are good enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so you got to have some fun and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that was part of my professional development. I used to, when I was with San Bernardino, doing that with my math and science teachers all over the district that I worked with. And I always told them, don't you enjoy math? I mean, you got a degree in math. I'm assuming you like it. Why don't you try sharing your high interest in math and how you enjoy it with your kids? I says, if you do that, I bet your kids are going to kind of come along with you. And they kind of look at me, I do like it. Well, if you like it, then share that this is an interest of yours.
Right.
Don't just go through the rote stuff and say, do it. I mean, if you like it, share your interest.
Yeah, and I think that, I don't know, because you have to be a little dorky. Do you know what I mean? You really have to commit to the geek in you that loves your,
you do.
But it really does.
I did.
That kind of energy, they feed off that energy, right?
As a middle school teacher, I saw so many teachers come and go in my 9-year tenure at my middle school. It was a tough middle school. It was not an easy middle school. But I saw so many teachers come and do a year and get out.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. And it's, which is kind of a shame.
It's also a shame, but it's also a good thing.
But it's a good thing in the sense that they couldn't do it.
Right, right. And at least
Might as
they
well
win.
get somebody who can do it.
Right,
so
right.
in that sense, it was a good thing. But I was geeky with my kids. I mean, I just had a blast with them. And so, yeah, it does kind of go together.
Yeah. One of your hobbies is, increasingly, it's running, correct?
Yes.
When you were in high school, did you do any athletics?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did athletics all 4 years. I was a wrestler for 4 years.
Okay.
So I was a varsity wrestler.
What weight class did you
for
wrestle
4
at?
Different each year. So
Okay.
started off at 95 pounds.
95?
Yeah, when I was in 9th grade, I was a 95.
What?
Varsity 95 pounder.
Oh, really? So when you were a freshman, you wrestled varsity at 90 pounds? Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Played football the same year.
Stop it.
Yeah. I played football on the Frosh Soft team.
So you must have been wicked quick then, I would
Same.
imagine.
Yeah, I was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have got smashed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
I used speed
protecting
to my
your life.
advantage. I was real good at that.
What was your weight when you graduated from high school?
I wrestled 127 when I was a senior. So, and I mean, it was a battle because my coach always, anybody who's involved in wrestling knows this, lose weight.
Yeah.
Get down to that next weight class because you'll be really good if you're there.
Right. 127 pounds.
I did some work cutting weight to get to 127 there, but I did okay. I mean, it didn't kill me to do that.
Yeah, in that sport, you got to be careful about actually damaging your body with that kind of weight loss.
Yes, you do.
But an amazing sport. Those are tough athletes. I think it's not the most public sport. I don't think. But man, they are tough athletes.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had a good time doing that. It fit me, and so I enjoyed it. But I also did track, did cross country. I was always doing something every year. Football for a couple of years until I finally realized I was just too small.
Yeah, no matter how quick you are. Someone's going to hit you eventually.
No matter how fast I was. One of these guys is going to catch it.
Right. It's going to really hurt.
So
Right.
I just said, okay.
Yeah.
I better give up on the football. I don't think that's going to be my sport.
I was about 127 pounds my senior year.
Really?
Why do you say really?
Really?
Why do you say really? That was hard for me to even say. It was
I don't know, man. I don't believe that.
You're a tactful man. You didn't go. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You didn't say that.
No.
You're a diplomatic man.
That's it.
Okay, so a lot of running sports, right? Your frame there is good for those types of sports. Anything in the arts, drama, music,
art.
Art?
Yes, I loved art. So I did art. I did art in college. I did art history at Humboldt.
Oh, yeah.
So I was big in.
What kind of art? What kind of drawing, sculpture?
Drawing. Painting wasn't my thing, but I was real into drawing, sketching, that kind of thing. And actually, my daughter got the better end of it. She's a much better artist than.
Oh, really?
So she does artwork and she sells it on Cafe Press. It doesn't do too bad.
Wow! So she's actually selling some of her work.
Yeah, she does every year. So she does wildlife, obviously. She does sea life.
Lots of manatees and things like that.
That's right. Manatees, dolphins, turtles.
Right.
She does. So she's a lot better than I am.
But that's something you two share then, huh?
Yeah.
You ever, send a piece to her and you talk about your work
together? She just laughs at him now.
Yeah. You know what you need to do? You need to do a mural here, right? Because we've got all these great walls for murals that we're building. You need to do a longhorn. It's wildlife.
You know what?
Something to think about.
I'd love to see kids do murals. We did it. It was frowned upon in my other.
Oh, that's nuts. That's nuts.
For kids to do murals, and I thought it was the greatest thing to do.
I'm glad you feel that way. Because
students doing murals, because you get so much buy-in to the school. And it's one thing that I notice people leave alone on a high school campus, like on the weekend and stuff.
When they know it's a kid's work.
If it's a student mural the students did, it never gets touched.
Yeah. There's something where they recognize that there's a public risk there, that there's a thing to be respected.
Yes.
Now imagine if you're doing a mural, you are a principal with a team of students doing a longhorn.
I tell you what, I think it'd be a blast.
That'd be great. Yeah.
I do. I think it would be a blast.
Well, just marinate in that.
Like I said, because my previous district frowned on it, so it's like we had to sneak.
That's weird.
Let's do it, and oh no, they're going to come paint over our mural, and they did it.
Really?
The high school I was AP at. Yeah, they came and painted over.
Yeah, we'll have none of that crazy.
Just like crazy, man. Come on, the kids did that.
Bizarre.
Oh no, it doesn't fit our standard.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the sports, we got the art, right? And you're running now. So you kind of stayed with running. Presumably you're not in some sort of wrestling league still.
No, not anymore.
So you're still running. You're doing half marathons.
Stuck with the running and do half marathons, 2 to 4 a year, depending on time and how I'm feeling.
So are you always sort of in training mode?
I run always, yeah. So I run. I haven't run for a few weeks. I kind of got out of running mode with vacation and starting the job and trying to get myself situated. But normally I'll run at least 3 times a week, just every week. So 5 to 8 miles a day.
5 to 8 miles a day.
Yeah, normally.
I sometimes get tired driving 5 to 8 miles a day. I'm exhausted by the time I get to the end of that.
Yeah, well, but
I hydrate, so I'm good.
There you go. Well, it's not bad being down in Mission Beach now, because I can just go to the boardwalk and then run up past Crystal Pier and then turn around and come back. So it's not too bad.
So what is it about running? What do you like about running?
I just enjoy it. I just enjoy you always talk about a runner's high.
Yeah.
So it takes me a little longer to get there these days, but after I get a mile in, then I kind of get in that automatic mode and just go, and I just enjoy it.
It's the athletic zone there.
Yeah, you just get into that zone, and I do it, and I enjoy it, and I like being healthy. I like to just kind of keep myself going so that I can keep doing all the other things, that I like to do. I want to keep traveling and running and riding bikes and body surfing. I want to keep doing that stuff, so I got to stay healthy.
Well, it's not like you're old. You're making it sound like you're creeping up.
Older than I look.
I see.
I don't reveal it, but I'm older than I look, because when I tell people my son is 32, they always jaw hits the ground. They say there's no way you have a 32-year-old son.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I missed over that. I skipped over that. I thought you had just a daughter, but you also have a son.
Yeah.
You have a son and a daughter.
Yeah, I do.
What does he do?
He's up in Sacramento in construction.
Oh, in construction.
Yeah, so he does construction work.
Yeah.
School was not a big thing for him. That was not his thing.
Yeah, not the pathway for everybody.
Nope. Nope. But I let him find his way, and he figured out what he wanted to do, and that's fine with me. And he's taking care of himself, and he enjoys what he does. And so there you go. Got to be happy.
Outdoor stuff, though, again, huh?
Yeah.
Your family needs to be outdoors.
Outdoors. Got to be doing stuff outdoors. Don't like that inside stuff.
Yeah, right. No wonder you go out.
That's why I go
be around
out.
Kids, right?
I go out with kids and run around, because, yes, I do. I love it. And district office, I didn't always get to do that.
Yeah.
But being a principal, being on a site, I'm always out, and I love it. And I get out and get my exercise. And
good deal. Well, look, I know, taking on a principalship at a big comprehensive high school is no small thing, so I appreciate your time.
Not a problem. My
Thanks
pleasure, man.
Rancho Buena Vista High School's newest principal, Chuck Schindler. And that does it for our October 2012 Respect the Ranch podcast. Thanks again to RBV students, teacher Amy Bailey, and Principal Chuck Schindler for participating. Our original music was created by RBV teacher Nick Wheat and RBV alumni Stephen Gomez. Check out our new website off the RBV homepage. There you can send us feedback, give us powerful leads on stories, participate in photo contests, and contribute to our school culture. You can email our team at rtrpodcast@gmail.com. That's rtrpodcast, one word, @gmail.com. So until next time, I'm Scott Bailey, thanking you for listening to the Respect the Ranch podcast from Rancho Buena Vista High School. Hook 'em, horns.
Desiderata. I want to read it in another language. Go another accent. Go placidly amidst the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence.
What accent was that exactly?
I don't know. Irish, Spanish.
/ Dances with Wolves.
Yes, that is how I read. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career.